Coming up live on LiveWire, we've got a great show for you today. We're going to have Claire Aguilar, who is head of the, I would say, Eggstravaganza.
No, Diana.
Diana, I'm sorry. Why do I say Claire? Diana, the Eggstravaganza, which is a beautiful conference of people who design eggs. And then also we're going to talk to Renee Aguilar, who is the chief of the 18th annual Cesar Chavez conference. And it's coming right up right after this important message. Decorating eggs can be a hobby, or it can be a true art form. And some decorated eggs sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Fabergé.
Yeah, we were talking about the Fabergé eggs that the royal Russian family collected.
Yep.
And I can see why they collected it. I don't know if you can get any closer to some of these things, like those down there at the lower end there. They're wonderful. The designs are great, and they must take a zillion hours each.
Some take a long time, and then others, they look like they take a long time, and they don't.
They don't, okay. They don't. So you were walking down the street one day, and you said, gosh, I think I'd like to decorate an egg.
Kind of. I mean, I've always liked the art, and then I found someone who did classes, so I started taking classes with him, and now I teach classes.
You teach it. Now you teach it, obviously. And tell me about the 18th annual Eggstravaganza.
Okay, the show's been in Sacramento for 28 years, and it was the Northern California artists ran the show, and then a few years ago I took over the show, and so I do the same thing that they've always done, and we have artists coming from all over the United States and world, right, to either teach or just take classes and come and visit their friends.
Yeah, I mean, it must be a kind of a close-knit organization in many ways that some of these artists are from Europe?
We have the Netherlands, Mexico, all over the United States. Sometimes it depends on the year. We have artists from Japan who come, and they don't come every single year, but each year we have a variety of different artists.
Wow. So can you tell me how the art form varies? As I can see,
we have all different techniques, and some teach more. This particular egg teaches more how to make the feathers and the clay, and there's a hummingbird down there, and that class was, and then you put those in an egg. These are our centerpieces and our favors for our banquet this year.
There, and then
right.
The sleigh is an egg.
That's an egg, right? This over here is, we had a little competition thing where we made Route 66 trailers. So everybody did something different.
Oh, it's a fish.
It's a little fish, and the barbecue is an egg. The little fenders are a different egg. The main trailer is an egg. The palm tree fawns are turkey eggshells. The coconuts are button quail eggs. The umbrella is part of an ostrich egg.
Wow.
So
that must be some in the industry just collecting the eggs. There must be whole families that live on getting you. What did you say the little one was?
That one is the propane tank is a pigeon egg.
A pigeon egg. Collecting pigeon eggs unbroken for you. Fantastic. We have a lot of people. And the designs vary from this wonderful, whimsical picture on the seaside there. There's an egg that makes up a barbecue pit.
Everybody did a different part of Route 66. Mine was at Santa Monica. Some people did one like on detour to Las Vegas. One was a camping trip. So they're all different.
They're
Everybody
really
just
great.
came up with their own little
tiny
theme.
little fruit in the basket of the bicycle, and then on the
All the little food in the barbecue is made out of clay.
So if you decide that you want to do that, where do you get those little ones? Do you have to make them?
I made them.
Oh, you made them. Oh, see. That's the whole thing about creativity. You come up with an idea for a design, then it's up for you to get there.
Yep. Now the eggs with the bows on them,
These guys.
the bow part is button quill eggs. The tails of the bow are duck eggs.
Whoa.
And then all those are Swarovski crystals that are on them.
Whoa. Okay.
The little.
So that's worth a pretty penny.
Yeah. The little dress forms, the smaller one, a friend of mine in Japan made that one. And then I made the other one, and I'm teaching that class.
I don't know if you can zoom in on this Mr. Camera woman. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Could you zoom in on, because these are really
The dress
gorgeous to
forms
see
are made
close-
out of 9 different eggshells.
Wow.
So
9 different eggshells.
and you just cut them to fit.
What about this guy right here in the middle?
That's an emu
Jack of the
egg,
Green?
and a friend of mine taught that class about a year ago. So that's cute.
There's
and
an
then-
undersea.
That was our centerpiece a couple of years ago. So like the little jellyfish are
Yes,
eggshells, the little fish are eggshells, and then we just made a variety of underlife.
And one year when you came here, I actually designed an egg, and I also cut an
Cut
egg
it.
too with this electric, high-speed, tiny little electric drill.
Just like what a dentist
Yeah,
would
dentist,
use.
a dentist,
like-
yeah.
so.
What are these guys right here?
This is part of a rhea eggshell, and it's
Rhea.
all hand carved.
People don't know what a rhea is, maybe. What is
Right, it's between an ostrich and an emu.
it? Yeah,
and,
it's smaller.
kind of this size right here. This is an emu egg and a goose egg.
Wow.
And then this is part of an emu egg. So it's kind of on the same size.
If somebody wanted to learn how to do this and become part of the emu egg design club, what would they do? Come to this event.
Come to the event, and we're going to take a list of people who are interested in learning, and we'll hook them up with somebody that can teach. I teach monthly in Galt, and I have students that come from Stockton, Lockford, Roseville, all over Sacramento area. We do it once a month. They meet.
And so there it is. It's called Winter Wonderland. It's the extravaganza for the Northern California egg designers. At any rate, it's on Saturday, March 3rd and 4th there, and it's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And there's a lunch counter
There's a restaurant in the hotel.
in the hotel. I
Right.
see.
And it's free admission.
Good.
Our charity is the Shriners Hospital, the
Oh, that's
prosthetics department, and we have a little raffle. Egg art is donated by all different artists,
Yes.
and then we raffle that. And everything goes to the Shriners. And we also have a table. It's called the Learning Table from 11 to 1, both Saturday and Sunday, and it's geared more towards children's projects, but they pay a nominal fee, and that money also goes to the Shriners
Okay.
organization.
So it's a win-win situation. You
Right.
go to see this, and you can just drool over this hard and wonderful design work. I mean, it really is a kind of tonic for your imagination. Like this little guy right here. It's like fabulous ideas, and how one gets from the idea of using an egg to design and make it look like an outside barbecue pit is very amazing. So we have some slides. Let's have a look at some slides. What is that? A slide? It is. What is it?
That is an ostrich egg, and that's being taught at our show this year, and it's an ostrich egg that's covered with straw.
I see.
And this one is a diorama egg. That's another seminar egg. We have 24 seminars that are going to be taught at the
this
show.
event. Oh, okay.
So people can sign up and everything is there for you. That is also, I think that's a rhea egg. That is a tree that you can perch an egg for like Halloween or something like that. Those are little perfume bottles that are all glittered up.
Very delicate though, huh?
Yeah.
Very organized.
That is a medieval egg box, and inside of it are the pigeon eggs that are jeweled that are laying next to it. So it opens like a jewelry box.
That's sweet.
That is a new technique that's going to be taught at the show, and it's done with metal, kind of tooled metal, and it's put on the egg.
Wow, and it stays.
And she's coming from Mexico to teach that.
I see. Wow. So where is all this going to happen again?
The Crown Plaza, northeast off of Madison Avenue. It's 10 to 5 on Saturday for the public and 10 to 3 on Sunday.
So, and that's up on Date Avenue. I think.
Right off of Madison.
Used to be the
and 80, I guess.
Used to be the Holiday Inn. I think. Yeah. Very good. And your website is where to learn. And NorCal.
NorCalEggShow.com.
NorCalEggShow.com. Fantastic. So how many years have you been making eggs pretty?
Since 1991. I don't know how many, that long time.
That's in the last century.
I was like 5 or something
Diana,
when I started.
No, that's the last. Of course, Diana, that's right? Diana, the Greek goddess of the dawn.
Oh.
So you have to do a dawn thing. These are quite wonderful. And so you can actually go to this event and win one of these in a... There are booths of some
There's
of the...
artists that sell supplies. There are artists that exhibit their work and sell their work.
Yes.
So and it's all different styles. Pasanki, wearable art, just all different
things. Pasanki is kind of just a painting of the eggs, right?
It's use wax and you dip it in different colors. Right. And she's teaching 2 different classes. And then I brought this basket. All of these eggs start like this, where they're marked, and then you mark it a little differently here, and then you start putting on the fabric and beads and things like that. And then in the end, it turns out
to be something
jeweled.
As beautiful as that. Look at that. I don't know if you can get that. But Diana, thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at that egg. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you. All right. Well, I want to thank you for this, for coming to show us this and telling people about this very different kind of thing. You really challenges your imagination to see all this great beauty, because it's just for the beauty of it.
And the thing with egg art is that anything you've ever learned, paper tolling, painting, any of that can be done on an egg. So
you can. Okay. Well, we got to take a break. Actually, what's going to happen, I think, is there's somebody going to contact us from somewhere out there in the field. We don't know until they come on the screen. Isn't that interesting? Let's find out who is. Oh, there they are. They're live. So how's the weather out there? How's the weather out there? We lost them. This is a live feed. They are out there broadcasting to the broadcast station, and when they do that, then we have to wait to make sure that the signal gets here. But we saw them there for a second, right?
Right.
Good. Well, thank you so much. And next time you come, can I work on it again?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll bring everything.
Okay. So let's go out there with Lauren at Jesuit High School and find out what they're doing. Will James, how are you? Are you good? All right. So what are you doing? Is it cold out there?
The weather here is ideal, Ray. I'm glad you asked that question. Thank you so much. It's ideal, not because the sun is setting and we have partial cloudiness, but because we are at Jesuit High School and we are just a short time away from the open of our program. which is the hometown sports game of the week, and we are opening postseason play. Yes, it is the playoffs. I'm Will James, of course. Lauren Goodman with me, and we're going to be monitoring tonight's game very carefully between two exciting ball clubs.
Tonight is a showdown of the Battle of the Bigs, and there's so much talent that's going to fill this gym up, and I know the Lincoln Trojans that are on the road are going to fill it up soon. It's going to be a sea of red here, Will.
A sea of red and a house of intense drama. And this matchup tonight is going to be so extravagant in dynamics that it will truly be a fan's delight. And if you were here, Ray, I'd say watch this, because we got star power galore, and Lauren and I can't wait until we get underway. The attraction tonight is between a 10 seed visiting a number 7 seed, and many people around the area think that these two teams were rated a bit too low in the seedings.
The rating was pretty interesting, but these two teams have put it together and they're battling hard, and this is a great first round of the playoffs.
We expect a large crowd tonight here in Carmichael on the campus of Jesuit High School. It's going to be in Marauder Gym, and it will be hot, intense, and some great basketball upcoming. Wish you were here. We'll send you a postcard and tell you what happened.
We're coming back, Jesuit Marauders, and there they are. Thanks very much, guys. We appreciate that. We're back with LiveWire. I'm Ray Tatter, and with me in the studio is the famous Renee Aguilar, who is famous for doing some really interesting things in the community, and one of them is the 18th annual Cesar Chavez Youth Conference
Yes,
and celebration.
yes. We are so happy that we're going to have this conference again. In the past 18 years, we've had close to 1,500 to 2,000 students from area Sacramento high schools that come every year to learn about college and to be a career ready. So it's just an amazing
It
event.
is a good thing you're doing in the planet. Now, and in fact, you've been doing it so long, you have some wonderful stories of how positive this can be for your child. Tell me about it.
That's true. We started the event 18 years ago, and now it's at UC Davis. And so that's my alma mater. We're very happy it's there. We have close to 40 different school districts that come. And the students that come, they just want to learn about getting to college. As a matter of fact, one gal, she took a cadaver workshop, and she was the only one that didn't faint.
Yeah.
And her mom right away said, she's going to go into biological science. Well, if we fast forward, she went to Harvard undergrad, University in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and she's now in her second year at Harvard Medical School.
Wow, she's passed that first year, as I understand it. She'll go the rest.
That's correct. And so this conference is free. It's on Saturday, March 10th at the University of California, Davis. And to get to the campus, it's real easy. Just go down Interstate 80, get off on Richards Boulevard, and you're right there on campus. And it's going to begin at the ARC Pavilion. We're going to have Latin jazz, which I know you love.
Oh, yes.
We're going to have Aztec dancers, Ballet Folklorico. We're going to have mariachis. And we're going to have over 40 workshops, basically in the STEM, science, technical, engineering, and math.
And the age range in this conference that you've put together, which is, there are so many wonderful things: social work, hands-on advocacy, financial literacy for children. I mean, this is just too much. It's so
Right.
good. You can be a lawyer, se se puede.
That's right. And we have 3 main tracks. So there's a middle school track.
Yep.
There's a high school track, and we even have a track for community college, because we know that community college students also like to transfer to UCs or like to Sac State.
To me, it's the only way. If you have the grades and you got you can make that 3.6 or whatever it is, but to be able to jump up and transfer, that's the important thing to learn.
Yes, the conference starts at 8 o'clock. We have a continental breakfast. We have a free lunch for the students, a box lunch. We're going to have a free backpack, a free t-shirt in honor of Cesar Chavez. And of course, you knew Cesar, I knew Cesar. He died in 1991. May we bless him so much and his family.
Amen.
And we definitely want students to come and learn about him because he wanted education for all. So this conference is open to all races. Anybody that wants to come can come to UC Davis on March 10th and learn about being college and career ready.
Great, Renee. And I love the spread of the ages because young people look to the next 2 or 3 grades up and they follow whatever kind of trend setting is there. And if they see them there and then they see the older kids who are on their way, almost seniors, and they're on their way to college, it gives them the idea, oh, that's where I'm supposed to go.
Right, and you'd be surprised how many students that come to this conference, they will be the first person to attend college in their family. Yes. And behind them, they have 6th graders, that are brothers, they have 9th graders, and they're a senior, and all of a sudden, they don't have any resources that they're going to be able to go to college. And so we have financial aid, as you mentioned, we have scholarship opportunities for them, and UC Davis has been such a wonderful partner. We started the conference out in Roseville at Bull John Middle School, moved it to Cooley Middle School, then Sierra College, and now for the 6th year, it's at UC Davis.
That's
and
great.
It's a very prestigious
And we have some
college.
slides. Let's have a look at these slides and see what we got, okay? Here we go. You can be the narrator.
Oh, sure. As you can see, on the 2nd floor of the ARC Pavilion, we have all the different colleges that are there, UC Berkeley, UC Davis, Sac State, American River, because in essence, this population, all these students are California's future leaders. So, you want to get there early, you want to make sure you take advantage of the speeches and make sure you're able to go there. Also, last year we had Mayor Steinberg. This year we have Municipal Court Judge Emily Vasquez. We have one of Mr. Chavez's nephews that will be there speaking. So we have a lot of different speakers. Of course, this is part of different schools that come. Again, we had over 40 different classes, school districts that came. And so it's just a wonderful, unique place to come on Saturday, March 10th. And in order to register for free, you go to ucdavis.edu/si se puede. You can see people get there early. They're able to get freebies. There's lots of freebies there, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful conference. Another story, a young man from Citrus Heights, he didn't know that he could get a scholarship, and he ended up getting a scholarship that's free to anywhere college. I think it's called a MacArthur Scholarship, and now he's at UC Davis Medical School.
He's at the medical school.
Come here, they take a workshop. Of course, we mentioned about the entertainment. We're going to have mariachis, Aztec dancers, ballet folkloric, you name it. So much for a free event. Just very, very well organized by UC Davis Admissions. And again, it's going to be Saturday, March 10th at UC Davis. It starts at 8 a.m. if you'd like to eat. 9 a.m. the program starts, and it ends at 3 o'clock. And the students that come will have a chance to take at least 3 different workshops, like you mentioned: social welfare, doctors, lawyers, pre-med, and different types of workshops. Becoming a teacher, becoming a nurse, becoming a doctor. There's so many different careers that are out there that students.
There is. I'm looking at them all.
There's so many. I think you may want to take.
Yeah, I do. This is so. I'm too old, and I've done it. So, at any rate, really wonderful things, Renee. Thank you so much. I think it's a fantastic thing. So, let me ask some questions, though. I know all these wonderful things that kids will enjoy, but it really comes down to motivating that child to say, "Oh, I want to. I see them. I want to go where they're going." And everybody seemed to be really smiling in those pictures. Looked like there were some on the side of the colleges. Looks like there were some kids who were going to that college who probably were 5 years before on the other side of the table.
That's right. That's why we want to bring middle schoolers and high schoolers, because it's actually their dream to go to college. It's their parents' dream. A lot of their parents are working 2 or 3 jobs, and they're saying this is the way to get out of poverty, or possibly able to get a good job in their future. And education is one equalizer, and that's why it's so important to have students just come, take a tour of the campus, be a part of all these leaders, put it on your resume, and the UC Davis admissions counselors will even look at their transcripts and give them a real look, whether or not they're going to go straight to UC Davis, like we mentioned, community college, or go to a state school first. But the bottom line is we want these students, and their parents are invited too, and they want their kids to go to college.
God, Renee, it's really. So I can understand why something like 19 years ago you said, I have a dream, I have an idea.
That's right.
To carry on this Cesar's hope.
That's right. One day I was walking down the street, Ray, and I thought to myself, why is there a Cesar Chavez Day of Service and Learning, and the state workers get the day off? Why not the farm workers? Well, we did get the day off as a state worker, and we were told to do something for 8 hours in the community, and this is my 8 hours to do something in the community, to volunteer and to bring students together. So that's how I thought about it.
You answered my silly question, which I can't imagine over the last 12 or 13 years how many people have asked that question.
That's right.
It's like a really good answer.
Totally. And I know we talked about Cesar Chavez when he was alive, and he had an office in downtown Sacramento, and he would do all these great marches. Well, we march to the school, to the classrooms, when we have our break after the main.
Yes.
So we still have the element of marching in twos to the classroom so the students can get knowledge and learn about college.
Absolutely.
Careers.
All right. Well, thanks so much for coming to tell me about this, and thanks for doing this for 18. Coming up on 18. This is the 17th annual, right?
Actually, we're coming. This is last year's program.
Oh.
We're coming up on the 18th.
Okay, coming up on the 18th.
We're very excited. And again, it's free. You can go to ucdavis.edu /si se puede. And tell you what, if all of a sudden it rains that day and you have soccer practice or baseball, come on down. We want you to learn, and we want you to try and figure out how to get to college. And we have the resources at this point.
And you surely do, and I think that's the issue. When I went to kind of let's go to college thing, there's some guy sitting behind a table. He'll talk to you, but not anything like this, where not only can you celebrate and watch, listen to the mariachis and get a good sense of things, get a free meal, get a T-shirt, and all of that, but you can actually go to these wonderful. There's so many of them, links to the future.
Right, and the parking is free, so if you show up early, take a campus tour and just enjoy everything about UC Davis. It's one of our most prestigious UCs in all of California.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Hero.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. All right. That's all the time we have. We've got to leave you now, and we'll be back next week with people like Renee Aguilar and talking about how we can get along in this wonderful society, which has some positive aspects and some negative aspects. But we did good here.
Sure did.
Thank you.